not from here.
Stay cool.
Stay cool when it's hot in the summertime. I'ma pull it.
It's one of my favorite joints.
Stay locked to Connecting with Dave Leonard, right here on Observer Radio 91.1 FM.
Bishop Lester Bedford and crew of the TTN show, they're here. And of course, that was really professional production there.
Thank you.
Congratulations, young man.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why you not put on the headset all over here?
I want it on.
You want
Now it's on. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, see? tell us about Saturday.
Wait, first of all, I miss you, Antigua and Barbuda, man. It's been a year. We were here last year, and we did a bunch of things, and we've been planning this whole. Look, we've been working on the mental health initiative for about 2 years. We've been speaking to different people on the island to find out what's going on with the young people, like what is going on with the youth. And our discovery was that the same thing the youth are going through in New York, it's the same thing they're going through on the island.
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
We did a deal. Okay, so I have a company, it's called HealthJox, right? It's a for-profit company, HealthJox LLC, and then the non-profit HealthJox Foundation. I started both entities in order to get money so we can fund the different things that we're doing on the earth. And so we did a deal with New York City, Mayor Adams, and the part of this company is called DYCD. It's the Department of Youth and Community, and they're the ones who run all the young people from all the 5 boroughs of New York. So we started an actual health and sports program. We introduced the mental health part of the program and attached it to a sports program because we know that at the end of the day, young people, the battle starts in the mind. So we need to address these issues that young people have. We call it mental health self-discovery because we are introducing you to yourself, right? Because a lot of people, let's say all of us, we all have mental health issues. And most of our issues started when we were young, and, we started talking about this philosophy that's kind of going around, the loved versus the unloved. And it's about young people just being a part of a community that they're forced to get into. It's called school, right? And so you have the loved young person, and then, that young person, there's a lot of love in the family. There's empathy for people. They understand what it feels like to eat during dinner time. They have lunch money, so on and so forth, clothing. And then you have the unloved, right? They're the ones that's a part of the abusive homes, right? There's a lot of drama, yelling all the time, cursing, swearing, beating, right? And then everyone converges onto the schoolyard, let's call it. Y'all say schoolyard, I think. I was trying to remember the Antiguan version of it. And so everyone is forced together, and now it's like about you gotta fend for yourself. So that's where the bullying happens, right? That's where young people find out if they're fight or flight, right? And this is the very moment, and Lucas kind of touched on it earlier, you have to either you're going to fit in or you're going to be like a sore thumb and people are going to pick on you, and then the abuse. And then what are you going to do? You're going to keep getting beat up all the time, or you're going to defend yourself. If you can't fight, what these young, short, skinny, whatever, MAGA they call it, young people, instead of getting a knife because they can't fight anyway, they gone.
Wow.
But listen, what the young people are doing these days, they're not doing warning shots, pop in the air. They're doing headshots. They're not shooting for your legs. They're not trying to scare nobody. They're trying to kill the ops, man. And one kill turns into retaliation and a retaliation and retaliation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening with the youth in New York, same way it's happening out here. And I'm telling you, trap music, yo, because of the music, and the music is so infectious, right? People get caught up in the social media posts and the cyberbullying, and what is it, smoking on your ops, right? When you start smoking on the ops, that's offensive to the ops, right? And you become their ops, and then it spirals out of control. I said all that to say this. Look, we need to start giving our youth the tools that they can use in the different variations of issues that they run into. And a lot of it is relationship issues, man. Like, how do you respond to someone bullying you, right? How do you respond to the different types of, I feel like I'm in love with this girl, but this dude got her. How do I get her attention? And if I'm trying to get her attention and this dude is getting all of her attention, how do I deal with that? A lot of people resort to violence, and these young people are getting out of control. Let's show a little story. We have someone who's a part of our camp. She's a single mom, and both of her kids go to the same school, and her daughter was getting jumped by a bunch of girls, and the brother jumped in and was like, whoa, you're not gonna jump my sister. And the girl pulled out her phone on FaceTime, showed her brother the faces, and then he showed up with his boy, and the boy pulled out a gun and pop headshots to her son's friend, and he died right there. Headshots, folks. That's what we're dealing with. So we created HealthJox to now address the youth and give them alternatives so that they can start thinking about, well, what are you supposed to be doing on this earth, right? What trajectory should you actually be on? Because a lot of these young people are dying within the first season of their life, man. We spoke about this before. Yeah. Season 1, kids are getting killed at age 12. Kids are becoming murderers at age 13. Right? So now you're in prison, and recidivism, right? You go to prison one time, and then you come out, and you're supposed to have a fresh start. But guess what? When you were in prison, you got a little education on how to be a better criminal, right?
It's a badge of honor.
It's a badge of honor, right? So now these kids are coming out, becoming better criminals, right? And we need to start retraining the brain of the young person. They need to start realizing that, yes, your life is precious, and guess what? Your ops' life is precious too. But guess who loses when you are in a gun battle? Everyone else in the community. That's my father. He's in his 70s. I'm in my 40s. Next year I'm 50. Holla. This is what's happening. I'm getting older. I know my voice sounds young, but I'm salt and pepper on the chin, okay? Look, bottom line is we created HealthJox in these platforms to give young people an alternative, to have them understand that there is another way to go. So we have programs where we teach young people different things. We have a program called the Pursuing Purpose Program. This is to teach young people fashion. I said this on the news last Monday, but it's a fully built out program. It's all based on the fundamentals of fashion. Our kids are creatives. We even learn creative, right? There's a lot of people who go to school and they force you to learn a certain way, but I'm telling you, man, if you can get into industry, right? You get into an industry that teaches you measurements, right? What better way to learn math, right? You learn how to divide, you learn about fractions, but guess what? You're actually learning to design. You can actually, like everything I wear, mostly, everything that I wear, some that I design, right? My brother too has a clothing brand called Illionaire Society. Shout out to Drop. He's coming in soon. So we teach the young people a skill set. But then while they're doing that, they're also learning basic fundamentals about math and reading and science. And all of these things come together in the world of fashion. But there's something that I want to say out loud. This is more of a caveat. You don't have to be creative to be in the fashion industry and to become a millionaire or a multi-thousandaire, right? You don't have to be the one there drawing on the computer and measuring and cutting fabric and stuff. There's so many other jobs in the industry, and I'm telling you, by 2025, the fashion industry will grow to be $2.25 trillion by 2025. So we are introducing young people to an industry that is growing in meteorically.
We got 1 minute left. Bishop,
I'm long-winded, sorry guys.
I want you to tell me about Saturday.
Yes, Saturday we're going to have the HealthJox Festival. It's the very first time we're bringing HealthJox to Antigua. We've done it in Brooklyn, New York for quite a few years now. And Dury, DeRoy...
When we come back, he's going to fill us in.
You're going to fill us in. Okay, so we're going to be at the JSC Sports Complex, and it's going to be on Saturday, October the 12th, from 1 to 6 o'clock p.m. We have a lot of games, sports. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have a mental health workshop for all age groups as well.